Android is getting a slew of new accessibility features. We'll talk all about it in moments, but first, Samsung has unveiled its newest smartphone, and it's the highly anticipated Galaxy Z Trifold. During an interview in July, a Samsung exec confirmed that the company was working on a 3-panel phone that it aimed to release by the end of the year. The company said it expects the phone to be available for purchase in Korea on December 12th, with markets including China, Taiwan, Singapore, and the United Arab Emirates. For U.S. shoppers, the Trifold will be available in the first quarter of 2026, but no specific date has been revealed yet. The phone has an inward-folding design intended to protect the main display. If it has been folded incorrectly, the device will automatically vibrate and show an on-screen alert to notify its user. When fully extended, the Trifold has a 10-inch screen, and the cover screen is 6.5 inches when folded up. It is 3.9 millimeters at its thinnest point when unfolded, and then 12.9 millimeters while collapsed. No pricing information is currently available, but it seems like a safe assumption that this will be expensive. The Z Fold 7 starts at $2,000, so expect to pay a premium for that second hinge. Head over to Engadget.com for more details on the Galaxy Z Trifold. And Sony has launched its mid-range flagship mirrorless camera, the A7 IV, with a strong emphasis on speed but a bit less on video than some may have hoped. The new model sports a 33-megapixel partially stacked full-frame Exmor RS sensor and an all-new Bionz XR2 processor with built-in AI, powering what the company calls its fastest, most accurate subject-detect autofocus ever. At the same time, it could shoot 14-bit photos at up to 30 frames per second, with 16 stops of dynamic range, the highest ever on a Sony, or nearly any other camera. On the video side, the A7 V now supports 4K 10-bit S-Log3 video at 60 frames per second, using the full sensor width with super sampling from 7K. Note that to get full-width video in 4K 60 frames per second mode, you must turn on a feature called Angle of View Priority that turns off in-camera noise reduction but doesn't affect quality, according to Sony. 4K at 120 frames per second is also possible with an APS-C crop. The graphite heatsink disperses heat well, so you can record 90 minutes continuously at 4K 60 frames per second. Find our full review of the Sony A7 V at Engadget.com. Google has announced a slew of new accessibility features coming to Android ahead of International Day of Persons with Disabilities on Wednesday. Advanced voice dictation, expanded support for an external mouse, and improved expressive captions are just some of the features aiming to make Android a more accessible mobile experience. A more advanced dark theme is now available for devices running Android 16 that will automatically darken most apps even when those apps lack their own native dark modes. Exclusive to Android 16, users can now select between standard and expanded when setting up dark theme. For those using a connected mouse with an Android device but who might find the action of clicking difficult, AutoClick now has an improved dual cursor experience. This feature means the cursor will automatically click after it has paused over something for a certain amount of time, as set by the user. The type of click itself can also be customized, with a user's choice of left click, right click, double click, long press, scroll, or drag. Hands-free use is a cornerstone of accessibility for mobile devices, and now Gemini-powered voice dictation within TalkBack will enable typing and text editing using natural commands. Users can start dictating in Gboard with a 2-finger double tap, after which Smart Dictation with Gemini empowers users to say things like replace Monday with Tuesday to fix a mistake, or even ask Gemini to make their message shorter. Google says TalkBack is launching soon. Google has also added new functionality to Guided Frame, which helps blind or low-vision users take photos in the Pixel Camera app. The tool can now describe the scene to the user as well as let them know when there's a face in frame. Voice access has also been made easier to use in a totally hands-free way. Instead of having to physically tap the phone's screen to start using the feature, users can now say, "Hey Google, start voice access," to gain hands-free control. The feature does need to be enabled first for this to work. Android devices can now pair to Bluetooth LE audio-enabled hearing aids with a single tap. This expanded use of fast pair is compatible with Daymant hearing aids, and support for Starkey products is coming in early 2026. Finally, Google is also building on expressive captions, the AI-powered tool released last year that tries to imbue more feeling into captions. On Android, expressive captions can now detect and display the emotional tone of speech from the audio playing on your device. Captions will be tagged with emotions like joy or sadness. The feature is also coming to YouTube, where captions will now convey the intensity of speech by using all caps and writing out sounds like sighs and gasps. This will be live for all videos in English uploaded after October. With the exception of TalkBack, which is launching soon, these new accessibility features are live now. As with most Google updates, it may take some time for the updates to hit every device. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Today's show featured journalism by Engadget contributor Andre Revilla and was produced by Spoken Layer. I'm Imran Sheikh, and as always, we'll talk more tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.